Sul, vi now Fredersche was him, so when last we left off, Dave and Yvette are continuing to take care of their son Jim, and even though they know that they don't have to play with him anymore to get him to go to sleep, it's still a lot of effort. But it will pay off eventually when Jim becomes a child. It's not going to pay off for Jim, unfortunately, because it's very likely that the first day he's a child, he's going to have to start going to school immediately. And unlike going to work, you can't just miss every other day of school. Your grades will suffer even if you just miss the odd day. So Jim is going to have to go to school every single day forever. Unless they go on holiday, whereupon he doesn't even have to bring any work with him when he goes on holiday. But they're not going to be going on holiday for a long time. Or maybe never. Maybe they'll never go on holiday. That would be unfortunate for Jim. But meanwhile, on the other side of the road, Samuel has finished improving his relationship with Yvette, and in the next day he's going to be going to work. But today is not that next day, it is the day before, and he's going to continue to play the piano until his energy is really rock bottom. Then he'll go to bed, go to work, and then he'll start on his grand plan. For you see, Samuel also knows of the mysteries of magic, and he's going to start exploring them, which unfortunately means that actually keeping that box of goodies right at the very beginning would have been a good thing. But back then I didn't know that Samuel would be delving into magic and mystery, which he is going to now. Fortunately, he is far better equipped to get magicoins because he has a really high creativity and logic skill. There is only one spell that he's going to be focusing on. He's also going to be focusing on getting some sleep because he has had enough of playing the piano for one day. Time for you to rest, and you definitely need to go to work tomorrow. We don't want you to lose that job. Then again, you could just work on your mechanical and then make garden gnomes forever. But I'd rather that you didn't, mainly because this job is fantastic, and we put a lot of effort into getting it. Rest well, Samuel, for tomorrow is a brand new day, and we're going to buy the things that you're going to need in the near future. Let's have a look at magic, shall we? We're going to be getting you this here. Well, actually, we're going to be getting you this, the Start Here Spellbook Original, the first and pretty much only layman spellbook design. Start Here spellbooks have been sold at the edges of towns all over the world for centuries. This original version may not be as newfangled as version 2.0, but the original still has the exact same functionality as the latter. It holds the recipes, keeps track of spells, and has a shocking experience in store for any non-magical folk who come poking their noses where they don't belong. It is time to buy this and put it right there. And it's also time to get a quite nice table with which to put the cauldron on. Let's see, which one do we want? We could put it on this. Why not, eh? We could put that right there, actually. Excellent. And with one transaction, we now have the ability to make magic spells. Any magic spell that we wish to make. And we could also add to inventory a magic wand by doing that. But that will be for another time, as Samuel needs to recover his energy, and we also need to double check, yep, there's plenty of food in them, we don't want to make that mistake again. I think it's time for you to get up. I think you needed to get up a little while ago, but you don't need to work on your fun, which is an advantage. Alright, it's time for breakfast, and then that, and then this, and maybe a little bit of fun if you have time. You may not have time. Also, that fruitcake is still good to eat. What did you put in that fruitcake, Dave? What did you do? What magic did you weave around that food? It's just going to last forever. Maybe you'll have one slice of fruitcake after you've done all of that, just to treat yourself. Live a little, Samuel. Fruitcake is living life on the edge for you. We'll just fast forward time while this is all happening. And food was had, and it was scrumptious, like it always is. You have a little bit of time, a couple of hours, so I think you can deal with all you want to do here. After all, your hygiene doesn't need to go up by very much. There we go, that's been sorted. And bladder has been taken care of, hygiene has been taken care of, and maybe you don't have time to have any fruitcake. I'm sorry, but I'm sure the fruitcake will keep. A little bit of playing the piano, not very much. And now you must stop. Fast-forwarded piano playing has been had. And now work calls. And you must answer that summons, or else you will lose your job. And if you don't mind, Nancy, we really need to get to work. Marvellous. And we'll let the gardener appear, and the maid appear. Is that fruitcake still good? Of course that fruitcake is still good. It will never not be good. Time advances, and if we're lucky we'll get that awesome event. But I don't think we will. Nope, no awesome event for us. And your social is fine, and your social is fine. But we'll have one interaction with you anyway, just to keep our relationship in tip-top condition, if you will stop moving, Melisande. There we go. It is time to pet you, Melisande, and then go and get our magic wand. Also, the cat is over here, Samuel, not over there. Silly you. Hello, Melisande. How was your day? Was it fine? Excellent. And both of these bowls are empty. We're going to have to deal with that. We'll have one more interaction here, and then we'll fill up these bowls. And only then will we go and get our magic wand. Getting a magic wand actually has some immediate impact, which is that anybody who tries to cast spells on Samuel, quite a lot of them won't work now, because he too is a magician, and he can counter those spells with his own innate magic. Any more interactions to be had? You could try and eat, but I don't think there's anything there. And Samuel's just going to walk through the garden this time. Which is good, you never really take advantage of that garden after all. There is a tiny bit of food in there, apparently. Not much, though. Alright, you just fill that up there. And then you can fill this one up once Melisande is done. And Melisande is done. Excellent timing there. Just going to wait a tiny bit because Melisande was in the vicinity of that when you were about to start that command. And now that has been done. Marvellous. There are 3 ingredients that we want to go and get, and one of them isn't an ingredient that can be harvested or created ourselves, but it can be bought in the community lots here. We're going to be getting a dog treat. I think we're also going to be getting some butter. And we're also going to be getting one thing that can only be got in Magic Town. And now, with a sparkle of magic, Samuel, too, knows about spells and the arcane. Excellent. Now you, too, are a wizard. A completely different kind of wizard, but still a wizard. You know what? We're going to go and get one of those ingredients right now. We're not going to call a neighbour. We're going to call a cab and go to the old town. I think that's a good idea. Down you go. We have time to go and do this. We won't be there that long anyway. I don't remember which area we need to go to in the old town, but grabbing one ingredient is always a good thing. And then we could go to Magic Town at some point and get another ingredient. But he won't have a hole in the ground, he'll just have a taxi, I think. It costs money, but it's certainly something Samuel would have as opposed to Dave just calling taxis. We will indeed call that shuttle that we really don't need because we could just walk there. It's a brilliant idea. It's actually a terrible idea, and I know you're very tired, but this isn't going to take that much time. And besides, you might not be going to work tomorrow. In fact, I don't think it's likely you're going to be going to work tomorrow, and there is no fruitcake for you. You can have some fruitcake when you get back. I promise. Besides, it's going to keep, and you're both going to get up and follow him to the old town. It's like a mini holiday. A mini holiday for all, where we're only probably going to be there for about half an hour. In-game, that is. And then we were there for 3 hours, in real life. I highly doubt that's going to happen. Are we even... Oh yeah, we are actually heading in the right direction to get to the old town. It would have been funny if that wasn't the case, but I do think it does head in the right direction here. I think it even heads in the right direction for, for Dave. We want to go here. This, I think, is the only place where we can buy what we want. Because we're going to be buying some, pet treats. I think they're called dog treats, specifically. Alright. We won't be here very long, even though lots of other people will be here. What do we want to get? we want to go here and buy a pet treat. It costs 40 simoleons though, which is quite a lot. And there is Johnny. You're not like Jelly Bean, but I still think you're going to be stealing our corporate secrets. We're literally coming here to get some dog treats, and then we're going to leave. We're not here to buy any more pets. Even though we do have room for a third cat, we're not going to be getting a third cat. We're going to be buying some treats here. That one specifically. It looks awesome, and it's discounted. They were originally 5,000 simoleons. And also, I think there's free food here. We should always come here. Free food is fantastic. Although I don't know if it actually improves their hunger. Now we have what we want, and we're just going to go home immediately. Let's have a look at them in our inventory, shall we? There we go. Give one of these tasty morsels to your favourite pet the next time you want to reward them for a job well done. Remember, praise is good, praise 'em high is better. We now have what we want, and we're just going to go home. Also, we can't rest on this bench because we are in a community lot. If this was our own bench, we could have a nap on it. But it's not our bench. What are you doing? You're viewing that, and you're using that. You know what's really useful? Because that means that your bladder is going to be sorted out. Maybe you won't have time to do it, but I hope you do. Run! Run even faster! Also, something really bad happened there. They did not have a good interaction. I was like, I want to kiss you. No, I am not in a good mood. And then terrible things happened. Mainly the massive reduction in their relationship, which will carry over to if I was ever going to play with those Sims, because this will save. Alright, off you go, this way. And your bladder has been taken care of, which is good. Look at that fantastic mood you have there, Melisande. And Danielle as well. Just, okay, your energy isn't that great, but everything else is still fantastic. You're definitely going to need to go to sleep, though. No fruitcake for you, I'm afraid. Okay, maybe one piece of fruitcake, and then you're going to bed. You can have one little treat, Samuel, and then you immediately need to go and rest. Okay, just quickly go and eat that. We need to also have that focused on downstairs. There is still a lot of fruitcake left over. And you really shouldn't have gone to wash your hands. That is time that you cannot afford to spend doing that, because look at your energy. Or rather, look at how little of it there is. Fortunately, you made it to bed just in the nick of time. And you're just going to hang around. Uh-oh, here comes El Bandito. We'll take care of El Bandito, though. Animal control, go and handle this. And then you're going to go back to sleep. This is a distraction that we really don't want, though, because energy is still really low. I know it's the middle of the night, but we're just going to take care of this. 20 simoleons, excellently spent. And now we can just forget that anything is happening. And also you got into the other side of the bed. Alright, they're interacting with each other, and there is lots of food in the bowls, which is good, and we need you to get up now, because, oh my, have you slept in. But that's okay, because you're actually not going to be going to work. Why did I wake you up? It will forever remain a mystery. But for now, you're just going to go and have breakfast, and then do this, and then do that, have a bit of fun, and then you're going to go to Magic Town, and you're going to go and get some ingredients that you need. The carpool may be arriving in an hour, but we don't care because we're not going to be going to work. And our pet has earned a hunting skill point. Excellent. Just ignore that. You're not going to work. You're going to work on your fun, and then you're going to work on getting ingredients. Fun is at maximum. Forget having fun. Fun is cancelled, and unfortunately, we need to answer the phone so that we can then use the phone. Hello? This is your boss. Don't miss work again. What if I come to work tomorrow and then miss work? Okay, but don't miss work anymore. We're going to call a cab and go to Magic Town. It may cost 50 simoleons, but that's fine. It's the Samuel way of getting there. And we have lots of money anyway. We can afford to not go to work today. Thank you for calling Magic Town Balloon Tours. The winds are blowing in the right direction. Would you like to arrange a pickup? We would indeed. You know what you want, Samuel? A piece of fruitcake. Why not spoil yourself, eh? That stuff is just keeping forever. Also, it's not that bad on, your bladder there. Okay, where is that, there it is. It really should be floating a bit higher than that. But we'll just wash our hands. Also, there's music coming from it. Going to Magic Town will save the house in its current condition. Yes, indeed it will. It's time to go and, head to Magic Town. Does everyone else go as well? I think everyone else goes as well. I didn't know that that's what happened. Alright, it's time to go. And up it flies. That at least does make sense. We want to go to here first, and then we want to go and find something very particular. I don't know what that particular thing is, or rather where it is, but we need to do a mini-game to get an ingredient. Also, that is a really cool picture that is quite different to going down the hole. Okay, it is time to buy something while we're here. I think we need to go and buy some butter. There we go. And once we have some butter, we can then... these are similar to something that we'll be having to keep an eye out for later on. Because we're going to be taking part in some games. Is there a game that we can partake in? We could just talk to you, but I don't actually know how to start off the mini-games. Oh, okay, we're just gonna buy it. That's all we're gonna do. You don't need to get angry at us. Marvellous. We now have some butter. We've actually got 2 of the 3 ingredients that we need. We do need one more thing, though, and we're going to talk to you and see if we can figure out how we're going to get it. And those 2 cats are just having an interaction. Oh, Melisande and Danielle, for a moment, I forgot that you were the only cats on the lot. Okay, let's just talk to you, shall we? Hello, Apothecary Todd. How are you today? Will you tell us about what you can sell us? As much as I'd like to talk, those white clouds over there look like they might be brewing up something more than rain. I have to stay with my cart. Why don't you go check them out and see if you can't get rid of them? Ooh, there's something happening here. Let us disperse these clouds. Are these the only clouds we're going to have to get rid of? Oh, wow, they are spreading quite a lot. Let's see if we can get rid of them. I have a feeling we cannot get rid of them. Well, we can get rid of one of them, but getting rid of loads of them is going to be a problem, because they're just going to keep spreading, aren't they? Or maybe they won't spread after they've gone to a certain area. We'll eventually get rid of these, and maybe we'll get something awesome out of it. This is sort of what you can do in Magic Town. There are sort of mini-games that you can perform, and this one is just hey, do something and spend some of your time in exchange for an item. And I think we're having a little bit of a problem getting rid of all of these. I mean, I'm trying to get rid of them all, but they're just constantly spreading. I get the feeling that I'm missing something here. We can get rid of that one, and they're sort of just spreading everywhere. What if I get rid of that, and that, and that one? We're getting there. They're nearly all gone. That one, and that one. Aha! They're all finally gone. Let's just talk to you, and then there's a massive cloud of them over here. That was a lot of time and energy spent there. Hopefully we'll get an awesome reward for it. I'm anticipating a not-so-awesome reward. Look, I got rid of all of those clouds for you. Will you give me something awesome? Nice work with that cloud. I'm sorry I couldn't help, but the Vendors Union has very specific guidelines for these types of things. I can, however, give you the glacial glass I know you need. I don't need that. I really don't need glacial glass, but hey, it's an ingredient, I suppose. Let's talk to you and see if we can do something else, eh? We're waiting for one particular event to happen. Hey, is there something else that I can do while I'm here? Well, now that you mention it, I'm actually really busy right now. But do you think you could deliver these Sands of Time to a customer of mine named Orgos? It would be much appreciated, and I'm assuming I can trust you not to keep them for yourself. We need to find Orgos. Where is Orgos? There's Orgos. Let us ask about that item so that we can deliver this to him. There we go. Sir, I have this magical ingredient for you, which itself can be used in some really good spells. Hey, I have this thing for you. Would you like it? The answer is, thanks, I really needed these, and those vendors are always too busy to deliver anything, but it looks to me like all they do is stand around all day. Thanks again. Shall we now talk to you and see if you'll give me something awesome for it? We're looking for one particular ingredient. We are looking for clown confetti, and unfortunately we don't know any clowns that we can go and ask for it. And so, by talking to you, hopefully we'll get an awesome item. We were honest and trustworthy, and that honesty hopefully will be rewarded. Great, that was a big help. I'm simply swamped here with business. Here's a little something for your hard work. Enjoy the clown confetti. You earned it. Excellent, that is exactly what we needed. And we're going to call a cab and go home. None of this jumping down holes and all that lark. We're going to be going home the old-fashioned way. Unlike Betty Newby there, who decided, you know what, I'm just going to jump down a hole. How are you two doing? You're alright, I'm sure you'll be fine. There aren't any ways for them to fulfill that hunger need while they're here, though. I didn't actually know that the pets would come with Samuel when he went to Magic Town. And almost immediately, he has all of the ingredients that he needs to make a spell. And we're going to be making that spell. We would indeed like to go back home. We're going to have to wait around for a tiny bit, but that's okay, because unlike Dave, we've been wonderfully successful in getting all of the ingredients that we need. Clown confetti cannot be used right out of the factory. It must be handled by clowns and be exposed to the wide range of bipolar emotions that clowns possess, thus imbuing it with a form of kinetic energy useful to spell casting. We're going to be cancelling that interaction because we're going to be heading home pretty soon. Just gotta, there we go, it appeared right there. It is time for us to go home, Melisande and Danielle, and oh my, are your moods pretty bad. We're going to have to wait for the correct time to cast the spell that we're going to be casting. Up and away in our magical balloon. Eventually. Is it going to go? There it goes! And we are off back home. Excellent. And now that we are home, it's time for us to make that spell. I don't know if it is used immediately, so I think we're going to wait until we're in a really good mood. But we have all the ingredients that we need, and we're also absolutely exhausted. So it's time to use that, and then I think we'll just go to sleep. For a little bit anyway. Excellent. Now he has used that, and he's going to catch a few winks, about 40 or 50 of them. Until that energy stat is, I think that's probably good enough. There we go, energy is far higher than it was before. We're going to have a quick dinner, and then do that, and then this, and then that, and we're probably going to have to deal with your hunger, definitely, and fun. And once that's been taken care of, we'll try casting that spell. I didn't honestly think that we'd be doing so well in having that spell ready. But hey, when we come back, folks, Samuel will be trying magic of his own. And hopefully it won't go horribly wrong. It may yet go horribly wrong. So I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Dag dag.